remember where we left off yesterday? We were reading, or rather I was reading the Lottery Ticket to You by Anton Chekhov, right? So there were two characters we had been introduced to. There was Ivan and there was Masha, his wife. So one day Aram se Ivan was sitting after dinner reading the newspaper and Masha had asked him to do something. What was that? To actually check for the lottery ticket winnings that day, right? She had bought a ticket earlier and she wanted to see whether she had won anything very casually. And Ivan had consented to do that, agreed to do that, found, kind of kept his finger and was moving it down the line, and then his eye caught on the numbers 9499, right? And that was the number of the ticket, the series number, right? The ticket number he hadn't checked. And then what happened? He had dropped the newspaper, he was in shock, and he told his wife that this number is there. The wife was also slightly astonished. Now both of them, they could stare at each other, they were laughing, they did not know what to do. What was the price, do you remember? 75,000. And Ivan had only an income of 1,200 a year. So this was money that they never dreamt of, right? So they didn't know what to do with it, what they would actually buy, where they would go. And then Ivan had walked up and down with that newspaper, still refusing to look at the number. They wanted to prolong the torture, the sweet, blissful, tingling torture a little longer. They wanted to imagine a little. And Ivan started dreaming. And what did he dream of? That is what I'm going to tell you. Alright? And if he had won, why? It will be a new life. It will be a transformation. Imagine that. The ticket is of course yours, but if it were mine, what would I do? First, I'm going to spend 25,000 on what? On some real property in the shape of an estate. Imagine that much ground, yeah? The next 10,000 I'll use for immediate expenses, like new furnishing in the house, traveling a little bit, alright, paying the debts that we already have, so on so forth. And the rest, how much is left? Out of 75,000, 25 goes in buying the estate, next 10,000 for immediate expenses. What is left? 40,000. What will I do? If the ticket were mine, what would I do? I would put the money in a bank and would actually live on the interest from it. Will keep on giving us an income, right? His wife listened to him. Yes, an estate would be nice, right? She also sat down, dropped her hands on the lap. She also started dreaming. Ivan continued dreaming. His wife's dreams were probably something else, but Ivan continued dreaming. Somewhere, in those provinces, in those beautiful, beautiful countryside, we wouldn't need a summer villa anyway. Okay? So it is alright. We are not going to live there. So we can actually rent it out and even get an income. Imagine more money. Chances of getting more money out of it. And pictures came crowding in his imagination, one after the other, images of him, what he would do with that money at that estate, right, came flashing before his eyes. He was full on into a dream, and vivid one it was, I should tell you. Bright colored, very, very detailed, okay? And in all of these pictures, he was well fed, happy, always had eaten something amazing, serene, healthy, was warm. It's a cold country, okay? So he felt warm, even hot, alright? In one picture, the first one, he had just finished a summer soup. It's a hot time, right? So the soup was very cold as ice. He just finished it, and what was he doing? He was laying on his back, somewhere on the beach, on the burning sand. So just after finishing something cold, he was happily lying down on the hot sand near a beach, or close to a stream at least, or a garden somewhere. Okay, he wanted to lie either near the beach on the sand, or maybe in the garden under the shade of a tree. Okay, and his two children, he had two children, a little boy and girl, and they would come crawling near him. Okay, they would be somewhere around, they'd be playing. They'll be probably crawling, they'll be probably digging in the sand, or they might be trying to catch some insect nearby in the grass, okay? And he's dozing off sweetly. You know that after a lunch or a dinner, you feel like, not dinner, after a heavy breakfast or lunch, you feel like taking a short nap, a siesta. So he felt like that. You'd be dozing off sweetly, thinking of nothing, no worries about work. I have to get up in 10 minutes and do all of this, nothing. And feeling all over that he does not have to go to the office today. Arey, what a feeling that is. Not just today. He does not have to go into the office tomorrow or the day after. He's just happy. And then after a while, one gets tired of even the good things. Tired of lying still. He would get up. What would he do? He might go to the fields. Remember, it's a countryside, right? Or he might go to the forest for searching for mushrooms to actually eat. Imagine that. Wow. I'm saying imagine that quite a bit, but this is imagination, his imagination. So I want you to imagine that. Him going into the forest, trying to find mushrooms which are edible, okay, so that he can come back and somebody would cook it for him and he would eat. Happy, well-fed man he was. And in the water, what would he do? Okay, he might even watch, before that, he might even watch the farmers or the fishing men catch some fish with their net. Okay, and when the sun sets, this was late afternoon, right? When the sun sets, finally, he might go into the bathing shed where you change into your bathing suit. He might go there, slowly undress himself, change into the costume, put some the lotion all over him. Okay, in earlier times you would put oil over your heads before, or on your hair and scalp before you go in to take a bath. Something like that. He might put lotion over him, oil over him, and then you'd slowly get into the water happily. And in that water, what would be happening? Little fish might flit to and fro around him. And there might be green water weeds, nodding their heads, like shaking a little bit. Beautiful picture, right? And after bathing, what would be there? There would be tea with cream and milk rolls. Ha! Kya baki hai? And in the late evening, he might go for a walk or even have some wine with the neighbors. Happy times, like they say in one of these advertisements, right? Especially for advertising alcohol. Happy times, good old times. His wife was also dreaming. Yes, it would be nice to buy an estate. She repeated. She was dreaming, and from her face, it was very, very evident that she was also enchanted by her thoughts, as though there was magic in those very thoughts. The next picture came to Ivan. The next season, this was summer. He thought about what it would be like in autumn in that estate, with its rains, its cold evenings, right? In that season, he would have to take longer walks about the garden and even the river, so as to get thoroughly chilled, to thoroughly be cold, and then drink a big glass of vodka and eat a salted mushroom or some pickled cucumber, and then have another drink. Happy evening again. And the children would come running from the kitchen. What would they be doing? They'd bring in some carrot or some radish fresh from the earth, okay? So happy. Everything revolves around food, just like for us. Think about what you would do if you were to win 75,000 or 75 lakhs or 1 crore or 2.5 crores, 6 crores. What would you do? Would it involve a lot of food too? For Ivan, it did. And after the children had come, he would lie stretched full length on the sofa, completely relaxed, and he would in leisurely fashion turn some of the pages of the most current magazine, a fashion magazine perhaps, some illustrated magazine. Or he would put it on his face, cover his face with it, and go to sleep, unbuttoning his waistcoat. Why does he need to unbutton? He has eaten too much, okay? And he has to relax a bit, right? It's time. Just to unbutton his waistcoat, and then he would give himself up to sleep. And then, excuse me, okay, autumn. Then he thought of the next season. Usually this kind of Saint Martin summer they call it, okay? In autumn they have pleasant days. This is followed by cloudy, gloomy weather, okay? It rains day and night. The trees weep. It just keeps on trickling, right? Even after the rain stops for a while, the leaves are shedding water. The wind is there. It is damp. It is cold. The dogs, the horses, the birds there, the fowls there, the chicken they keep, hens they keep, everything. They're all wet. They're all depressed. They're all howling most of the time because they're all tired of the cold. And there's nowhere to walk. You can't go walking in the rain, even in your gumboots. Even if you want to buy that, no. You can't go walking in the rain. You can't go out for days altogether because it rains day and night continuously, right? Like in Kerala where it used to rain 6 months a year, yeah, one has to just pace up and down the room. Just keep on walking inside the house. Like in the lockdown, what we're doing, looking despondently at the grey window. You're just looking at that grey window. What do you do? There's nothing to do. It is absolutely gloomy, very dreary. And that is when the picture stopped. Nothing more is flashing. He stopped dreaming, woke up, looked at his wife. I should go abroad, Masha, he said. Why? Because the country was not so nice in that weather. He thought he will go abroad during that time. And he began thinking how nice it would be to go to the south of France, Italy, India. Areva, I should certainly go abroad too. His wife also said. But look at the number of the ticket. Wait. I'm still having fun imagining, right? But wait, we will not look at the number of the ticket. And he began to think. He began to walk about the room again and he kept on thinking. What was he thinking about? I'm going to tell you tomorrow. Tata!